Hello, my AP Chemers. Today we're going to talk about types of reactions. And actually this year it's a little bit easier because last year we had 6 different types of reactions. This year you only need to know 3 of them. Predicting products is no longer on the AP exam. So they won't give you 2 reactants and say what products do they form, but you do need to be able to recognize what type of reaction it is, balance equations, write a net ionic equation, and so on. So let's look at the 3 different types. If you remember last year, we talked about synthesis, decomposition, combustion, single replacement, double replacement, and then neutralization. This year, we're clumping all of these 4, so synthesis, decomposition, combustion, single replacement, and instead of being very specific about what type it is, we're just going to say that all of these are redox reactions. Redox reactions are where electrons are transferred. And so most chemical reactions are actually redox reactions. Like I said, all 4 of these types are really redox reactions. So the only type that's not redox is really double replacement and neutralization, which is a type of double replacement. And the way that you know that it's a redox reaction is if the oxidation number or the oxidation state changes. And we're going to talk more in the next video about how you can tell or assign oxidation numbers or states. But if you look at the first one, for example, this aluminum has an oxidation state of 0 because it's neutral. This aluminum has an oxidation state of +3. So if the oxidation state changes, that means it's a redox reaction. If you look at any of these, you will be and assign oxidation states. Like I said, you'll see some of them will change, and that tells you it's a redox reaction. So if you see any synthesis, decomposition, combustion, or single replacement, you just say it's a redox reaction. Your evidence would be to assign oxidation states and see that they're changing. The next type is precipitation reactions, and this is basically double replacement. It's just a new name for double replacement. Double replacement is kind of encompassing. It encompasses precipitation, neutralization, even something called gas formation. So to be just a little bit more specific, we're going to call it precipitation. So this is our classic double replacement. You have 2 compounds and you form 2 new compounds. They switch partners. Your reaction is usually done in water. So these are aqueous solutions. And then once you form your 2 new compounds, one of them is aqueous, it's soluble, it dissolves. The other one is insoluble, and so it precipitates down or forms a solid. And so since we're forming a precipitate, we call it a precipitation reaction. And you need to be able to write the net ionic equation for these, like we did last year. The last type that you need to know for the AP exam is neutralization. And we studied this last year as well. So neutralization is kind of a type of double replacement where you have 2 compounds, you form 2 new compounds, they switch partners, but it's special because one of your reactants is an acid, it starts with an H, the other one's a base, and when you form your products, one of the products is a soluble salt, the other one is liquid water, and liquid water is covalently bonded. And so the net ionic equation for acid-base reactions or neutralization reactions is always H plus and OH minus forming covalently bonded water. The type that I have here on D is not on the AP exam, so you don't need to know this, but it is something that you would probably cover in college, so I just wanted to have it in your notes, and that's gas formation, which is another type of double replacement. So if you look at this one, NH4Cl and NaOH react together, you form NaCl and NH4OH. And on first glance, it seems like there's no reaction, right? Because those are both soluble. But in reality, this ammonium hydroxide is really ammonia and water. And so if you have ammonium hydroxide, there's going to be an equilibrium. It's going to decompose back into water and ammonia. Same thing, so that happens with ammonium hydroxide. It also happens with carbonic acid here. Carbonic acid is basically carbonated water. It's carbon dioxide dissolved in water. So that also decomposes. So this is good knowledge, common knowledge, but you don't need to know about it for the AP exam. So to review, we have 3 types of reactions that you need to be able to recognize. We have redox reactions, we have precipitation reactions, and then we have neutralization reactions. So when you look at a reaction, you need to be able to assign it one of those 3 types. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.